economy.
Hold on for a minute, because I want to move on to a little lighter note from what the president had to say. In the middle of the president's political rhetoric, the very serious discussion about those forced spending cuts, there was also a little sci-fi moment.
I know that this has been some of the conventional wisdom that's been floating around Washington, that somehow, even though most people agree that I'm being reasonable, that most people agree I'm presenting a fair deal, the fact that they don't take it means that I should somehow, do a Jedi mind meld with these folks and convince them to do what's right.
So the problem is, if you're a Star Wars or Star Trek fan, you probably haven't heard the exact term, the Jedi Mind Meld. You might know what a Jedi mind trick is. Watch this clip from Star Wars.
Let me see your identification.
You don't need to see his identification.
We don't need to see his identification.
These aren't the droids you're looking for.
These aren't the droids we're looking for.
He can go about his business.
You can go about your business.
Or a Vulcan mind meld like this one in Star Trek. But again, not a Jedi mind meld. Twitter didn't exactly go easy on the president for combining these two. Here are just a few of the scores of tweets that exploded right after he made those comments. I'll read some of them to you. Obama just confused Star Trek and Star Wars by saying Jedi mind meld. I think it's time to impeach. Here's another one. If it's as if a million nerds suddenly cried out in anger over President Obama mistakenly using the term Jedi mind meld. And later this afternoon, the White House responded with a tweet of its own, sending people to a new web address. Watch this. whitehouse.gov/Jedi mind meld for more information on the budget cuts. A lot of nerds out there paying attention. What do you make of this?
Being president certainly interferes with your TV watching.
He obviously knows both of these subjects, but he got a little confused right
A big fan of both films and the show Star Trek. He always, it sort of reminded me of Mr. Spock, who was supremely logical, supremely right. I think that's why today he seems so frustrated, because what we're doing is so irrational.
So are you saying Paul Begala, he's Mr. Spock? Is that what
I think
saying?
Our president is Mr. Spock,
wow.
yes. Because he's
heard that.
He's all brains and all rational and logical, and yet he's dealing with people who are wholly irrational.
Well, he certainly does owe winning his first big national race to a former Star Trek star, Jerry Ryan.
Remember that. All right, guys, thanks very much.